Right. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita, Gadadhar, Shivasadi, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki. Grantara, Srimad Chaitanya Charitamrita ki. Shri Prabhupada ki. Nitai Gaura Premanandi. Oh, glories to the assembled devotees. Oh, glories to the assembled devotees. Oh, glories to the assembled devotees. Oh, glories to Shishi Guru and Gauranga. Oh, glories to His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Shri Prabhupada ki. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. Can you hear me? Okay. So, we are reading from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adilio chapter 3, verses 90 and 91. Yes. So, which verse shall we repeat? The first one. Asura svabhave Krishne kabo nahi jane. Asura svabhave Krishne kabo nahi jane. Lukaite nare Krishna bhakta janastane. Lokaite Nare Krishna Bhakta Janastane Asura Svabhave Krishne Kabunahi Jane Lokaite Nare Krishna Bhakta Janastane Pandit Asura Svabhave Krishna
नहीं जाने गाइते नारे कृष्णा जन स्थाने
Ladies, Asura Svabhave, those whose nature is demoniac. Krishna, Lord Krishna, Kabu at any time.
at any time
Nahi, not.
not
Jane, no. Lukaite, to hide.
hide
Nare is not able.
not able
Krishna, Lord Krishna.
Lord Krishna
Bhakta Jana, of pure devotees.
of pure devotees
Stane, in a place. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki. Those whose nature is demoniac cannot know Krishna at any time, but he cannot hide himself from his pure devotees. Purport. People who develop the nature of asuras like Ravana and Hiranyakashipu can never know Krishna, the personality of Godhead, by challenging the authority of Godhead. But Sri Krishna cannot hide himself from his pure devotees. Text 91. Dvau bhuta sargau lokesmin daiva asura eva cha Vishnu bhakta smrito daiva asura stad viparyaya. Translation. There are two classes of men in the created world. One consists of the demoniac and the other of the godly. The devotees of Lord Vishnu are the godly, whereas those who are just the opposite are called demons. This is a verse from Padma Purana. Vishnu Bhaktas, or devotees in Krishna consciousness, are known as devas, demigods. Atheists who do not believe in God or who declare themselves God are asuras, demons. Asuras always engage in atheistic, material activities, exploring ways to utilize the resources of matter to enjoy sense gratification. The Vishnu Bhaktas, Krishna conscious devotees, are also active, but their objective is to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead by devotional service. Superficially, both classes may appear to work in the same way, but their purposes are completely opposite because of a difference in consciousness. Asuras work for personal sense gratification, whereas devotees work for the satisfaction of the Supreme Lord. Both work conscientiously, but their motives are different. The Krishna consciousness movement is meant for devas or devotees. Demons cannot take part in Krishna conscious activities, nor can devotees in Krishna consciousness take part in demoniac activities or work like cats and dogs simply for sense gratification. Such activity does not appeal to those in Krishna consciousness. Devotees accept only the bare necessities of life to keep themselves fit to act in Krishna consciousness. The balance of their energy is used for developing Krishna consciousness, through which one can be transferred to the abode of Krishna by always thinking of Him, even at the point of death. Again, the two verses. Those whose nature is demoniac cannot know Krishna at any time, but he cannot hide himself from his pure devotees. There are two classes of men in the created world. One consists of the demoniac and the other of the godly. The devotees of Lord Vishnu are the godly, whereas those who are just the opposite are called demons. Magyānatimirandasya gyananjana shalakya chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai shri gurave namaha. Shri Chaitanya manobishtam stapitam yena bhutale swayam rupa kadamahyam dadati svapadantikam. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasti Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I have a question for you. Are you tired? No? I'm very tired from yesterday. I was hardly chanting my rounds this morning. But anyway, we did it somehow. For those who don't know what happened yesterday, we had a celebration of a birthday party in the New York subway. It's very uncommon place to celebrate birthday, but this is how it goes in the case of Ram Roy Prabhu Ki Jai. So it was ecstatic book distribution, and ecstatic dancing, ecstatic cake and pizza, and then very difficult waking up in the morning. But these moments are actually very, very precious because they give us spontaneous taste for Krishna consciousness. You know, so many things we are doing because we know we have to. But we should have also things in Krishna consciousness that we do it and we like it so much that we are anticipating the next event. Wow, when is the next birthday coming? Okay, I want to be tomorrow. Why? Because then Krishna consciousness becomes very tasty. And if Krishna consciousness is very tasty, it is easy to practice the process. And Ram Roy Prabhu spoke such a nice words yesterday about the spreading of Krishna consciousness, and he said, actually, this is not my real birthday. My real birthday is March 24th, 25th. Why? Because this is the 13th anniversary from the beginning of the Harinam. He said, I am becoming now a teenager. So yeah, he spoke such a nice words about Indra Prabhu and about the rare opportunity of us taking part in this Krishna consciousness movement and having also the opportunity to give this Krishna consciousness movement to others. Because one thing is to take part in this movement, but actually much greater opportunity, greater luck is to be able to share this rare treasure of Krishna consciousness with other people. Such a rare opportunity. So I got inspired, and I would like to mention a few verses from Chaitanya Charitamrita glorifying this amazing opportunity. So we have Adi Liva chapter 3, text 4. Anarpita charim chirat karunaya vatirna kalau samarpayitum anatujvala rasam sva bhakti shriyam hari purata sundara dyuti kadamba sandipita sada hridaya kandare puratu vasachi nandana. May the Lord, who is known as the son of Srimati Sachi Devi, be transcendently situated in the innermost core of your heart. So we are getting a blessing here. Resplendent with the radiance of molten gold, he has descended in the age of Kali by his causeless mercy to bestow what no incarnation has ever offered before. The most elevated meadow of devotional service, the meadow of conjugal love. And how we are getting this? Through the very easy process of chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. As it is said in one song of Lord Chandas Thakur, Vishaya Chadiya, Sera Semajia, Mukhe Bolo Hare Hare. Just give up the bad activities, the sinful activities, and just open your mouth and just say Hari Hari, Hari Hari, and then the love of God will come. There is another famous verse in Charitamrita which says, Krishna mantra hoite habe samsara muchana, Krishna nama hoite pabe Krishna racharana. If one repeats Krishna mantra, he will be liberated from samsara. Krishna nama hoite pabe. If you chant the name of Krishna, you achieve Krishna Charana. You get the lotus feet of Krishna. Kali kale nama rupe Krishna avatar, Krishna hoite haya sarva jagatanishtar. Lord Krishna, by his causeless mercy, decided to appear in this age of Kali in the form of his holy name. And this holy name now is delivering the whole universe. The whole universe is getting delivered. Still the great authorities, they are deliberating on this moment. Is it that when Lord Chaitanya came, the whole universe was liberated and actually then filled with another living entities, and now we are getting like the remnants, the Mahaprasadam from this movement of Lord Chaitanya, or actually people are getting liberated now just by continuously spreading this chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So authorities, they have different opinions on this matter, great Vaishnavas. And anyway, in any case, if we take opportunity, we are getting something very, very, very special. Special for us and special for the others. There was one spiritual master, he left this world, Suhotra Swami. He would very often say in his classes, the best way to help yourself is if you help others. So if we may not be a great devotees, actually we are very small. I don't know if we can say that even we are devotees, but we are aspiring devotees, semi-bhaktas. And yeah, we are trying to practice the process, and sometimes we are successful, sometimes maybe not so successful. But if we try to give this Krishna consciousness to others, somehow on the way we may also be benefited. Why? Because we are not very qualified, but somehow by the mercy of the acharyas, we will also be able to enter into the spiritual world. My spiritual master, he liked to give an interesting example. He said, I imagine very often how we have the movement of Lord Chaitanya, and it's just one great Harinam, endless Harinam. And it's just going in the direction of the spiritual world. And we have Panchatattva personally, and we have the six Goswamis, and then the other great acharyas. And then, at the end, somewhere, all the Kali Chelas, all the boys and girls from Kali Yuga, they are also there, somewhere on the Harinam. And they are trying to do something as much as they can. And from time to time, Panchatattva, six Goswamis, the acharyas, they look back, they look like that, and they are there. Somehow, they are there, and they are also walking with us towards the spiritual world. And Kadamba Maharaj, he said, just see the rare mercy that we can get through this movement. Even a chickens like us, we can suddenly become a flying chickens. We are getting wings. We are completely unqualified, but somehow, by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, we are getting wings and we start flying. We are flying in Krishna consciousness. People that till yesterday we were doing all kinds of crazy things, and now suddenly we are here and we are chanting Hare Krishna, and we are taking prasadam every day, and we are reading Chaitanya Charitamrita. Like, this is the book. The book is not one of the books, it's the book. Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj Ki said, if you're in a very difficult situation and you can take 3 books with you, take Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and CC. But if you have to leave one, okay, then take Srimad Bhagavatam and CC. But if you have to leave even one of those 2, then take only Chaitanya Charitamrita. So this is the book. This is the book that describes the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Hare Krishna. Anyway, some inspiration maybe from yesterday's Bhava of Ramaroy Prabhu. And now our topic is about personality of Lord Krishna, how only the devotees can understand the Lord. And the demons, they cannot. It doesn't matter how qualified are they. Demons, they also may be very elevated in material sense. They may be successful in life, and they may be very knowledgeable. But when it comes to spiritual knowledge, their knowledge is very, very small, very minimal. A few days ago with Bhakta Phil, we were reading interesting story. Srila Prabhupada is telling this story. It's the name of the story is A Little Bit Knowledge is Dangerous. And Srila Prabhupada tells the interesting story about a veterinary doctor of animals, he took one disciple with himself, and he was going to take care of different problems with animals. And his disciple was very attentively learning from him. So they had to go to one horse, and the horse had a huge swollen thing here on his neck. And the doctor opened the mouth of the horse and examined the situation, closed the mouth, said, okay, give me a hammer. The disciple gave the hammer. And the doctor just beat very strongly the horse on the neck, and suddenly this swollen thing disappeared, and the horse became cured. And the disciple said, oh, that's very easy. If you cure like that all the animals, it's so easy. So he decided to start his own independent practice. And he started going everywhere they were calling him, and he had his hammer with him. And he started killing the animals one after the other. So after a while, the people, they start complaining, what is this man? What have you teach him? Like, he's killing all the animals. And the disciple himself, after a while, he started having some doubts about his abilities. He went to the Guru and he said, Guru Maharaj, I don't understand. Like, I saw what you're doing and I'm not doing anything different. Like, I'm doing exactly the same thing, but somehow it doesn't work. He said, well, you don't understand. this horse, he had a huge watermelon in his neck, and I just had to crash it, and then the problem was solved. But it doesn't mean you can solve all the problems in the world in the same way. So Srila Prabhupada is telling this story to exemplify how if you have little bit knowledge, this is dangerous. Like we have people in the world, in Bhagavad Gita, in the language of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is calling them Muda. These are just very, very simple people. They don't know much about spiritual life, about God, but they are very simple people. Actually, if you go to them and you tell them something about spirituality, about God, about give donation for spiritual cause, most probably they will easily give. So actually, it's much easier to engage these people in spiritual life, in Krishna consciousness. Now, those people who they think they know so much, they have a problem. Why? Because for them it's much, much, much more difficult to surrender to Krishna. And here we have this verse from Padma Purana, which says that whoever surrenders to the Lord, he is known as Devata. But if someone doesn't want to surrender to God, he is known as Asura. And in Bhagavad Gita, we are getting very interesting description of the mentality and the qualities of those who possess demoniac nature. So let's read few verses. Those who are demoniac do not know what is to be done and what is not to be done. Neither cleanliness nor proper behavior, nor truth is found in them. Someone may say, hey, wait a minute. What does it mean? Like, I know many people who are so qualified, they know what should be done and what should not be done. They are very nicely dressed, clean. They're wearing whatever, Armani for $5,000. And they are truthful. They always say the truth. So what we are going to say about that? Yes. It's temporary in relative.
It's relative truth based on material knowledge, and then based on cleanliness, they're internally not clean because their consciousness is impure. So you might be externally doing things, but first of all, what's your intention? Second of all, they're not thinking of Krishna and how to serve Krishna with love. And then there was what was the
They are
other
always
point?
truthful.
Huh?
Truthful.
Truthful, and then cleanliness, and there was one more, right?
They know what should be done, what should not be done. Okay, yes. So when it comes to spiritual goal of life, they don't know what is the goal of life. They are actually missing the point that the most important thing is to surrender to the Supreme Lord. They say that this world is unreal, with no foundation. So they say the world is unreal, but actually they're working very, very hard in this unreal world. It's very interesting. No foundation and no God in control. They say it is produced of sex desire and has no cause other than lust. Do we agree with this point? Yes, we can say from material perspective, this is the driving force in the material world, the lust, wanting to accumulate more and more and more and to enjoy matter, material world. But from spiritual perspective, it's not like that. There is a higher cause and there is a higher purpose of life. Like yesterday, I was with Arsha Prabhu. We were trying for an hour or so to distribute some books around the temple. It's very interesting just to see how many people actually know about that this temple is existing and they know the restaurant. Like I met one person, elderly gentleman, and he said, oh, you Hare Krishna's guy, guys, you are still here? And I said, yeah, of course. Do you know about us? He said, of course I know. I have been to your place. I said, when? He said, I don't know, maybe 85 or something like that. I said, really? Have you been to our restaurant? He said, so many times I have been to your restaurant. Of course, I like your food. Oh, he was very positive. And anyway, we entered into few Arabic shops. And one of the sellers, I showed him the books and I explained that these are spiritual books. And I wished him Happy Valentine's Day. He was like, these are stupid things, bullshit. I don't believe in this. I said, why? What's the problem? You don't believe in love? He said, oh, I believe in love, but I don't believe in this thing between man and woman. This is not real love. In Quran, it is said this is not real love. This is they're just getting together to have a little bit fun for a while. This is not love. I said, so what is love? I said, love is something higher. Love should be connected with God. I said, well, okay. I like your way of thinking. But then I told him, so would you like to give some donation for this God? He said, no, I don't have a good business, so I'm not giving donations. Anyway, you have to give me donation because you guys, you are all the time going and collecting money from place to place, so you have much more money than me. You have to give me some donation. So I was thinking, okay, interesting combination between very high spiritual realizations, but not so much practical value. But anyway, I taught him Hare Krishna, sir, and I left the place. So yes, this world has a higher purpose. And what is this higher purpose? To develop our loving relationship with God and with all other living entities, to serve together in the mission of Krishna. Following such conclusions, the demoniac who are lost to themselves and who have no intelligence engage in unbeneficial, horrible works meant to destroy the world. Like a few days ago, I was speaking with one boy. He came here. Maybe some of you met him. Shreyas, Prabhu, you met him? Nice boy. He is now here to study masters, but he already has his business in India. And I asked him, so what's your business? He said, oh, I'm selling drones. I said, drones? What kind of drones? He said, oh, actually for agriculture. You can throw the pesticides above the grains and other plants with a drone. I said, why you have to do it with a drone? You can just go and do it like that. He said, no, because there are serious research that actually these pesticides, they are very, very, they have horrible, yes, harmful we are devotees. Yes?
No.
Yes or yes?
Barely.
Semi-devotees.
Okay, we are aspiring devotees. So our goal of life, what is our goal of life? Is it sanctification?
Prashadam. Money.
Money.
Sukati.
So we say our goal of life is Krishna consciousness. Yes?
Prema.
Our goal of life is prema. Okay. So let me ask you a question and try to be honest. You may even not say anything, but just think about yourself. So how many percent of our energy goes for trying to achieve this goal of life? Prema. Think about it. Like from our daily or weekly activities or monthly activities, what percentage actually directly go to achieve this goal? And what percentage maybe goes in, I don't know, eating, sleeping, Facebook, Instagram,
YouTube.
Think about it. And you can think about it actually every day. And if it happened that few days in a row, the answer is the same, well, maybe we have to change something. Maybe we have to think about what are our priorities in life. Because if something is really the goal of your life, you have to adjust your whole life in such a way that you can achieve this goal. Otherwise, why you are saying this is the goal of your life? Maybe something else is the goal of your life. So, I think it's actually very, very good from time to time to think about it. And also it's very, very good to go to some devotee who is close devotee to you and ask him, Prabhu, give me some feedback, something that I can work on, something that you feel I'm not doing properly in Krishna consciousness. Give me 1-2 things and then let me work. And when I'm done with these 2, I'll come again to you and I'll ask you again. So this means we are really getting benefited from the sadhu sangha, from the association of devotees. Otherwise, sometimes we have Haribol association with the devotees. Haribol Prabhu, Haribol, Haribol Prabhu, Haribol,
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Haribol. Okay, but the devotees, they are like gems. We can take so much from them. But we are missing the opportunity. So at the end of this 16th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, it is explained that, as Srila Prabhupada is saying, difference between demoniac and divine is what is the goal of life. Is it sense gratification or it's Krishna? And at the end of 16th chapter, actually it is explained what is the difference between demoniac and divine. It is whether you are ready to construct your life according to the injunctions of Shastra, or rather you want to construct your life the way how you feel and you don't want to follow Shastra. So a divine person, he would always take in consideration the injunctions of Shastra. Demoniac mentality means we want to do everything the way how we feel and we don't want to take seriously the injunctions of Shastra. This is the conclusion of 16th chapter. So anyway, we are trying to be divine. Maybe we are not completely divine yet, but we are trying our best. And this is our great success. Because if you are under the shower, well, we can say that, okay, you're kind of clean already, isn't it? Almost. You take 1 more minute and you're done. Especially if the shower is cold.
Good water pressure.
Then you'll be done very fast with your So when the process of Krishna consciousness is a little bit more intensified, then the results are coming faster. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Chaitanya Charitamrita ki.
Jai.
Any questions or reflections? Someone wants to add something.
Hi, Krishna, thank you so much for the inspiration to remind me of how much I'm lacking. I'm claiming that I have a goal, but how much I'm actually aspiring towards that on a daily basis. It's a really good reminder, so thank you for that. I was thinking about a pastime. I was just speaking about this pastime a couple of days ago with Srila Prabhupada. You were talking about how the beauty of this Charitamrita Sankirtan movement is that eventually you even have these Kali Chelas. These Kali Chelas are actually also following behind the Sankirtan party and trying to do something. And so there's this story with Srila Prabhupada where they're doing this big kirtan in LA. Prabhupada starts laughing. He's just laughing hysterically, and all the devotees are chanting and dancing and doing their thing, and they're so confused because Prabhupada's laughing. And so they approached Srila Prabhupada after. They said, Srila Prabhupada, do you like the kirtan? Prabhupada said, yes, very nice. And they said, well, we saw that you were laughing, and we were wondering why you're laughing. He said, oh. He said, well, Narada Muni was here. He said, didn't you see him? He said, oh, Prabhupada, Narada Muni was here? Prabhupada said, yes, he was here. They said, Prabhupada, what was Narada Muni doing? Prabhupada said, well, he was laughing. And so they said, Prabhupada, why was Narada Muni laughing? He said, he's laughing because somehow, some way, I've gotten all these chelas and lechas to chant and dance. I just thought that was a really nice example. I feel like I'm one of those people he's laughing at or with.
Yeah, it is said that the mood of the great Vaishnavas is they have one of the qualities of Bhava is Ashabandha, hope against hope. So it's very interesting combination between feeling that you are not at all advanced spiritually, but at the same time you have a great hope. Why? Because of the great opportunity. So when we see that we are maybe not the most qualified people, I don't think this should make us depressed or develop some kind of low self-esteem. Rather, actually, we should understand, yes, I myself, I'm not qualified at all. Because, just see where I'm coming from. Just rascal number one, the point that I came and spent a few days in the great association of the Vaishnavas and I chanted a few times Hare Krishna, doesn't make me already like I'm the next Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati or something like that. I'm the same rascal. Just now I'm in a good atmosphere, and that's why I'm kind of, you can see only my angelic side. But I have another side as well. But you don't want to see it, definitely. But at the same time, no, just see my great fortune. How fortunate I am. I managed to touch this moment of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is the greatest thing. This is the greatest fortune. So actually we should be always very enthusiastic from the opportunity that we are having. Thank you for the namaskar. Something else? Someone? Arjuna Nanda Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Just at the beginning you were mentioning that it is how half knowledge is dangerous. So my question was, so which is better, half knowledge or no knowledge?
Well, somehow in the process of getting full knowledge you should have half knowledge also. But half knowledge with high self-esteem is very dangerous. When you think that you already know everything just because I joined 3 months ago and now I'm the great Bhakta and I can teach the great Vaishnavas who are 50 years practicing Krishna consciousness. Prabhu, you're not doing this right. Who taught you? You didn't go to a Bhakta program or what? What's the problem? It is very dangerous. So when we have little bit knowledge, we should know I have a little bit knowledge, and if something is unclear, you just think about it. Oh, maybe I don't understand something, instead of trying to explain to the whole world what is the reality. But of course, we want to get knowledge. It's not that we don't want knowledge. but just this position of having little bit knowledge but already thinking you are the guru of the three worlds, this is dangerous position. So always if we don't know something, you better go to some more experienced devotee and ask him, Prabhu, can you explain this situation? I don't understand. Maybe I don't see something. Please explain this to me. Anything else? Okay, thank you very much. Grantara Srimad Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Jai, Shri Prabhupada ki Jai, Samaveta Bhakta ki Jai, Nitai Gaura Premanande.
His Grace Tulasi Prabhu ki.
Jai.